5 on your side at 10 starts now.
The summer heat wave is here. We're headed to the mid-90s once again tomorrow. We need a cold front and some rain. We've got it in the forecast. I got the latest coming up.
A deadly shooting involving 2 St. Louis police officers.
Both officers fired at that subject.
What police are saying about the weapon they say the suspect had during the shooting. Tonight, our top story, mayhem breaks out at the West County Mall.
I was walking towards the bathroom and everybody started running, and so I was like, why is everybody running?
We're now hearing from shoppers who witnessed it all as they ran for safety.
Of course, my heart literally sank as the mom's worst nightmare.
Lots of stores put on lockdown today after reports of an active shooter at West County Mall. It caused a frantic frenzy in person and online, but eventually officers went store to store telling everyone no shots were fired and no one hurt. Thanks for joining us at 10, everyone. I'm Robert Townsend. 5 on your side's Annie Krall talked to people inside that mall when they saw the terror unfolding.
It was awful. I mean, it was my heart sank.
Confusion across West County Center on Saturday around 2:30 p.m. when the DePere Department of Public Safety got a call about shots fired in the food court.
So I asked, I said, why is everybody running? And they said there's an active shooter in the building. And so they were all running, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna run too because I don't want to be in there.
Officers arrived and secured the area but found no active shooter. DePere's director of public safety, Eric Hall, said after looking at security footage and speaking to witnesses, they learned it was a fight between a group of people where someone had thrown a chair at the victim, confusing many at the mall, including Maya Imig, who was at California Pizza Kitchen with her grandma, but got separated when she went to the bathroom at Barnes & Noble.
When I first got there, I was panicking a lot. I was really, really freaked out. But then when I was with these people, they comforted me and there's it's okay, and they gave me a hug and everything.
Parents trying to get to their children tell us how terrifying it was to have traffic extremely backed up on multiple exit ramps by the mall on Saturday afternoon.
I actually worked for the U.S. Army 20 years ago as an interpreter in Iraq, and I was physically shot in the stomach. So my brain went, oh my gosh, an active shooter. This was very scary. That
Good Samaritan couple stayed on the phone with Maya and her mom, Izzy Imig, since Maya's grandma had left her phone behind in the chaos and wasn't answering.
So they said, hey, we can walk her to grandma if that's okay. And of course I said, yeah, please do. And, I got here, ran into her and, gave her the biggest hug and thank God,
Considering the last week of gun-related deaths nationwide in Utah and Denver, visitors said they see why so many people may have been scared.
Whether it was real or not, it's understandable. It's unfortunate.
Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
Tense moments there, Annie. Thanks. Police tell us no arrests were made. After interviewing the victim, they say no guns were involved in that fight and they will not be prosecuting anyone as of now. Right now, police are searching for the people responsible for a shootout at a gas station. Bell Fountain Neighbors Police tell us it happened around 2 this afternoon. They say a person pulled up to the Conoco gas station on Bell Fountain Road and shot a man in the leg who was sitting in a car. A passenger in the victim's car returned fire at the shooter. Both gunmen took off before police arrived. Police are asking anyone with information to call the Bell Fountain Neighbors Police Department. Tonight, a deadly shooting involving 2 St. Louis police officers is still under investigation at this hour. Police say it happened this morning as they were trying to investigate a suspicious man on South Grand near Gravois. Now, one of the officers approached the suspect who was on the sidewalk with someone else. Police say that's when the suspect immediately pulled out a weapon.
Both officers fired at that subject. That subject then fled into the gated area of 3654 South Grand, where there was a second encounter with an officer. He was still armed with a firearm, and that officer fired at the subject.
The suspect died at the scene. Police say this is the weapon they found on him. They describe it as a CO2-powered air pistol, which is commonly called an airsoft gun. A police spokesman says they will release body cam footage of the shooting as this investigation unfolds. Tonight, the Salvation Army of St. Clair County continues to rebuild. Now it's after experiencing, listen to this, 13 break-ins in recent months. The string of crimes forced the nonprofit to close its food pantry, making it extremely harder for dozens of families to get the help they need. 5 on your Sight's Mercedes McKay has more from East St. Louis.
It's so discouraging. I mean, words can't describe the gut feeling when, we would get a message from our team that we were broken into.
It's a message Salvation Army Captain Kenneth Jones got not once, not twice, but 13 times over several months.
They're ruining it for the rest, and I know that that's not East St. Louis. That's not the people that we serve.
The break-ins, which started in January, led to over 15 boarded-up windows all around the Metro East location. The thieves breaking doors, trashing rooms, and stealing everything from HVAC systems to hygiene items, even throwing food against the windows and walls left to rot.
That's when things really got worse because our staff came here towards the end of it and they knew something was wrong because as soon as they came in, it just smelled really bad. Like it smelled like dead animals.
With empty shelves and stained floors, Captain Jones made the difficult decision to temporarily close the food pantry, which served dozens of families weekly.
We're here to build up the kingdom of God. We're here to serve the people, to meet those needs. And so when they come in and they take the food, you're taking food from your neighbors.
Neighbors he resonates with. Since he was a kid, Captain Jones's family relied on these same services.
The Salvation Army became my safe haven. It became the place where I was able to develop as an individual.
While it's still unclear when this necessary resource will be available again, Captain Jones wants to make sure his neighbors in East St. Louis know the Salvation Army cares.
We want to continue to make effort to open it back up so that we can serve. More than just a pantry. We don't want to just fill your bellies. We want to fill your souls. We want to fill your minds.
Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
We wish them well as they recover. Mercedes, thanks. Captain Jones also says last weekend they had a successful community cleanup thanks to help from Omega Sci-Fi. You can help the Salvation Army of St. Clair County rebuild through donations. Just go to KSDK.com and look for this story under the As Seen on TV section. Time now to talk weather as we give you a live look outside on this steamy Saturday night. Tomorrow, the hot and dry streak will continue. Meteorologist Lance Blocker is here now with our weather impact forecast. Hi, Lance.
Yeah, Robert, unfortunately, most of our region now being upgraded to a moderate drought. You can see across the area, all of us at least have normally dry, even a severe drought there developing in portions of Illinois. This is the type of scene we've seen play out across the region with the lower water levels here. This is from Roy in southwest Franklin County. He says they need some rain there. The good news is I got some possibly in the forecast. We actually had a few isolated showers and storms down to the south today. Reynolds County getting in on the most widespread action there. But again, we could see a few more showers and storms, a few more, nothing too widespread, but the chance for isolated storms tomorrow afternoon and evening. It's also going to be hot. Tomorrow's highs will reach into the mid-90s. That's what will help spark a few of those isolated showers and storms. What we really need is that widespread rain. That's possible is with this cold front on Thursday. We'll detail that out in your forecast coming up.
All right, Lance, we'll check back with you in a minute. The Illinois Freedom Caucus has filed articles of impeachment against Governor J.B. Pritzker. The Eastern Illinois Republicans say they're outraged by what they call vile comments about conservatives. Pritzker has spoken out against political violence, most recently after the deadly shooting of conservative activist Charlie Kirk this week. A House majority is still needing to look at this. The majority needs to approve impeachment before the Senate can start a trial. A memorial service is now set to honor the life of Charlie Kirk. It will take place next Sunday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The stadium, which serves as the home of the NFL Arizona Cardinals, can seat more than 60,000 people. The announcement comes just one day after investigators arrested the suspected shooter. Police say a family friend turned in 22-year-old Tyler Robinson after Robinson allegedly admitted to the attack. Tonight, he's being held without bail in a Utah jail. Robinson faces several charges, including first-degree murder.
Honoring the impact of women leaders in our area, the special celebration giving them their flowers tonight. Plus, we've all heard the saying, health is wealth. Tonight, we'll take you to an event encouraging and showing people how to live healthy lives.
I'm looking forward to the future and trying to figure out how do we be our best selves today, tomorrow, and the days to come.
Tonight, this special program is honoring the impact of women leaders in the St. Louis area. The St. Louis Urban League held its 21st annual Salute to Women in Leadership Gala. Now, it was held at the Marriott Grand Hotel in downtown St. Louis. The ceremony recognized 12 extraordinary women whose professional achievements and community activism have improved our area for the better. It was another night for great music and art in downtown St. Louis. Thousands of people flocking today to day 2 of the Music at the Intersection Festival. Today's show was headlined by Common and Pete Rock, Lucky Day, and many others. The fun continues for one more day. Tomorrow's performers will include Patti LaBelle, De La Soul, and Leon Thomas. Now, tickets for the final day are still available. A portion of the proceeds from each ticket will support local recovery efforts following the May 16th tornado. And check this out, spooky season is officially here. Today's Six Flags St. Louis kicking off its 37th annual Fright Fest. As you can see, the theme park is now fully decorated for visitors to get in the Halloween spirit. This year, guests will have lots of spooky experiences to try, like haunted mazes and new Halloween themed shows. Kids can also, of course, join in on the fun by visiting the Kids Boo Fest on Saturdays and Sundays. Fright Fest runs from now until November 2nd. Coming up, a race, a spin class, and a mission to save lives. How neighbors united for health and hope. Well, it's more than a walk or run. It's a movement for better health. For years now, 100 Black Men of St. Louis has united neighbors with its Community Health Day, spotlighting prostate cancer awareness and offering several life-saving screenings. 5 Year Side's Travis Cummings takes us there.
It's a stride for strength and longevity. 100 Black Men of St. Louis kicked off its 20th Community Health Day with 1 and 5Ks in Midtown Saturday, followed by a soulful spin.
I really appreciate being here and everybody being focused on being holistically healthier, engaging in both physical health and mental health activities, and really looking for the future and trying to figure out how do we be our best selves today, tomorrow, and the days to come.
Tiffany Lacey Clark, who works in behavioral health, says the event offers tools to do just that.
It's great stuff around natural hair care, things around health and engagement, behavioral health resources, of course, the 100 Black Men's information about their day list.
If you have high blood pressure, you have risk of heart disease.
Families had access to on-site screenings and life-saving information.
Cancer is the second leading cause of death in the United States behind heart disease. And cancer is such a disease that could be detected at a very early stage. And the earlier you detect cancer, the more likely you have a curable cancer.
I caught up with the founder of the national organization who happens to live in St. Louis. He says for him it's more than a community day, it's personal.
I just lost one of my sons, and our constant battle with him was for him to see doctors, and he didn't. So he passed at 56.
At 92, Swanigan is the last living founder and still pushing.
I'm one of those people who are pushing to get more African American men to make appointments, to go get themselves checked out.
Because as participants here say,
health is really well.
Travis Cummings, 5 on Your Side.
A much-needed event. Travis thanks the 100 Black Men's National Chapter will celebrate 40 years in 2026. Now, you can find a link on how you can get involved on KSDK.com under the As Seen on TV section. Well, today was definitely a hot, hazy day. Summer's still around. All around the bi-state, meteorologist Lance Blocker is here now with the weather impact forecast. Hey, bud.
And unfortunately, it's going to stick around here, too. It's going to be hot, humid at times, and that might lead to a few isolated showers and storms, which for that we will be grateful for. All right, temperatures still at this hour, 84 degrees outside. Dew point hanging steady there in the mid-60s. Again, the little bit higher amount of moisture in the atmosphere could lead to a few showers or storms tomorrow. Overnight tonight, lows dropping down to the low to mid-70s. So if you've been leaving your window open to take advantage of some of the cooler air, tonight's not the night. A few clouds roll on, and we should stay dry into the late afternoon hours, but highs again in the mid-90s. Another air quality alert. This is for the ozone particulate down at the surface between Franklin County to St. Clair and everywhere in between, including downtown. That's for tomorrow. And of course, that means anybody, it's an orange alert, which means anybody who's sensitive to any of that want to be outside in the morning and the evenings, but not during the afternoon hours. This is a look at what the radar might look like tomorrow morning. This is starting at 9 a.m. Nice and quiet. No issues here quite yet. As we move through the morning hours and through most of the afternoon, all is dry, but the radar could indicate a few isolated showers or storms. Radar is not going to look like this, but the forecast models do let us know about the timing for development during the late afternoon, early evening hours. A few isolated showers and storms as we move through the rest of the evening, slightly more widespread. And I'll tell you this, I honestly think this forecast model is overdoing the coverage, but we'll keep a 30% chance of rain for any one given location. I wouldn't cancel any plans tomorrow to be outside, but just know you could see a few showers or storms, which will be a welcome sight with the dry conditions we've had. What's not a welcome sight is still the heat. It's going to hang on for the next few days, mid-90s tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now we get a cold front through here on Thursday. That leads to more widespread showers and storms, looking like that'll arrive during the evening hours. And behind that front, temperatures will drop down to the 80s. All right, this is a great sign here too. This is from the Weather Prediction Center, and it shows that the third week of September, higher than average rainfall total. So we'll be excited about that. That's thanks to a zonal flow that's setting up, getting rid of that high pressure that is delivering the heat for us here in the mid-90s. Again, for the next 4 days or so, but you can check out towards the end of the forecast, we go from hot to less hot with temperatures still in the mid-80s, above average, but at least we'll take the rain and we'll get out of the 90s.
You know, farmers can definitely use those spotty showers.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Lance, thanks. Corey's here now with what's coming up in sports.
Well, Robert, if you like winning, you're going to like most of my sportscast. We almost had a clean sweep of winning for area teams tonight, so just one exception. We'll have the mostly happy highlights next in sports. The Milwaukee Brewers became the first team to clinch a playoff spot today. Believe it or not, the playoff dream is not dead for the Cardinals. The Mets keep losing, and the final wild card is still up for grabs. Entering tonight, the Cards were just 3.5 games back. Sonny Gray against Jacob Misiorowski today in Milwaukee. Ivan Herrera got things started in the very first inning by crushing this 101-mile-per-hour pitch for his 16th homer of the season. 1-0 Cards right off the bat. Go to the third inning now. Brendan Donovan going to go deep in his second game back from the injured list. Donnie's 10th of the year. 3-0 Cardinals at that point. Gray was good, 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. There's one of them right there. But did not have a happy ending. The Cardinals allowed 3 runs in the 9th to tie the game and go to extras. The Cards took the lead in the 10th, but then let the Brewers tie the game, and eventually Kyle Leahy gave up that walk-off single to Andrew Monasterio, driving in the WashU grad Caleb Durbin. Milwaukee wins 9-8 in extras. Saturdays in September are for college football. On a day as hot as this, I'm guessing there were more than a few of you watching this sportscast who spent a considerable amount of time on the couch today. We'll first go to the newly christened Geese Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illini hosting Western Michigan. Hank Beatty is on a tear. The leading receiver in the Big Ten gets his first receiving touchdown of the season, 10-0 Illini. Big defensive play here. Illinois makes a goal line stand to keep it 10-0 as time runs out in the first half. And guess what? That sparked the Illini into the second half. Luke Altmaier, rushing touchdown, giving the legs a bit of a workout. 24-0 Illinois. Then Altmaier, we're used to this a little more often, another passing TD in the fourth. He threw for 196 yards with 2 touchdowns, and of course that rushing touchdown. An impressive day as number 9 Illinois beats Western Michigan 38-0. Mizzou hosting Louisiana 3 hours earlier today to try and avoid that extreme heat. Ahmad Hardy sure didn't mind the temperature. His first touchdown of the day, complete with a gone fishing celebration in the end zone, 7-0 Mizzou. Later on, Bo Pribula evades pressure, finds Jamal Roberts, and the St. Mary's grad knew what to do with it from there. A 39-yard score, 28-0 Tigers at that point. Let's go back to Hardy. He was the star of the day after all. He takes this on 71 yards to the house, shaking off raging Cajuns all along the way down the sideline. Rowe Fields going crazy. He'd get another TD for good measure and end his day with 250 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Tigers win big, 52-10. Those 250 yards, that's the 7th most rushing yards in a game in Missouri history. Here's Hardy on his celebrations and getting some revenge against a Louisiana team he lost to last year.
Every celebration is different, so whatever comes to my mind, I'm going to do it in the end zone. I mean, last season they beat us by 14 points, and I was telling the guys this was a little personal, so I wanted to beat them. I wasn't really focused on the yards. I just wanted to beat them, and it came with it, so that's what happened.
But the Lindenwood Lions today, they were down 21-0 to Charleston Southern, but then the comeback was on. Quarterback Nate Glantz rushed for not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns to tie the game. And in the fourth quarter, he's going to connect with East St. Louis product Rico Bond to give Lindenwood the lead. Lions go on to win 35-28 in unbelievable comeback fashion.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
City SC hasn't won a game on the road or had a clean sheet in the MLS since March. They tried to end both those streaks tonight in Montreal. Good start, 11th minute, Conrad Wallum in front. He finishes it 1-0 City. Roman Berkey was a brick wall tonight, and guess what? His defense helped him out too. There's a Berkey save, then a huge save from defender Falou Fall in the net. Wow! Second half, Klaus, touch to Marcel Hartl. He buries it. That gave City a 2-0 lead, and that's how it ended. City wins its first road game in 188 days. The streak is over.
I told the guys this week, and we addressed it today right before the game. You know, tough times don't last, but tough people do. I'm hoping the tough times for this team are over with. We create some of our own luck now, and we just get past these difficult moments, which I think today was a massive step in that direction.
I know everybody in that locker room felt pretty good after that one. Sigh of relief. It's been long enough. The streak's over.
Everybody's glad they finally won it.
Absolutely.
Corey, thanks. And that's 5 on Your Side at 10, everybody. Saturday Night Live is coming your way next. Start today bright and early with Today in St. Louis, beginning at 6 a.m. We'll see you tomorrow.